Now, if you've been wanting to clean up your parts, but you don't have access to power tools such as a bench grinder or die grinder, this cleaning pad set is the way to go. Let's see what it does. So here we have a palm sander, a rougher pad, and a finer pad. The rough pad is more for heavier corrosion, rust, and staining. The finer pad is just for a light cleanup and gives a better finish as well. On this part, there's not a lot of heavy buildup that I want to remove, so I'm going to start with the finer pad. And to give this silencer a consistent look, I'm just going to brush in one direction only. You can see how fast that cleans it up. See the difference there? Not bad, just for a quick little hand buff. Now to show the difference between the coarse pad and the fine pad, let's try this. As you can see, the coarse pad sanded faster but doesn't produce as nice of a shine as the fine pad. It's kind of a more flat finish there. Now if you want even more shine out of your part, you can sand with a lubricant such as Maxima MPPL or WD-40. They both have the same effect. Basically what this does, just lubricates the part as you're sanding it, gives it a little bit more shine, and also kind of cleans the metal as well. Clean all that oil off of there. Kind of gives it a little bit more brightness. Just a little extra shine. Now, one of my favorite uses with these pads is on motorcycle frames, especially aluminum frames. It just brightens them right up. So let's give this thing some shining. And again, on this, you want to go in one direction, kind of follow the contour of the frame. And when you brush out a frame like this, it makes it really easy to keep up on. You know, over time you get those boot markings on the frame. This pad will just buff those right off. This frame's actually really scratched right here. It would need a more abrasive material on there to smooth that out, but this will at least bring the shine back into it. As you can see up here, it just looks beautiful. If you have some more corrosion, like right here, this is where the green pad would be handy. We're gonna start with that. And then to get some good shine, throw the red pad back on. There we go, looking like brand new. And of course, once you start riding the bike, you're gonna get a bunch of markings in this frame, all scratched up. We're getting some markings on it now. You'd be surprised how fast this happens when you're riding. Just in a couple laps, you have a frame that's looking like this. And it doesn't take much to buff that right out. About 15 seconds and she's back to new. Honestly, a brush type finish is the easiest to maintain. Now what's really handy about having this hand sander is as you're buffing on a complete bike, it kind of gives you a better angle on things, so that way you're not smacking your knuckles into the foot pegs and plastics and engine and whatnot. Another great use for these pads is to use them as a final buff after you've used some wheels on a bench grinder or die grinder. So let me show you how that works. As you can see right here, sometimes those thinner wheels on a machine leave it a bit inconsistent. So what I'll do is take the red pad and just brush it in the same direction that I was buffing in. And it'll smooth all that out and get it looking really uniform. There we go. I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but where I buffed with the bench grinder is definitely more shiny. So out of these hand pads or these cleaning pads, you can't really expect to get a finish similar to machine buffing, but you can still get plenty good enough finish like we saw here. Another benefit to these pads is they work really well on larger surface areas. This is a 3-inch pad and it's pretty suitable for, say, like a silencer or frame or swing arm. There are 5-inch pads available on the website. That would be good for, say, like a skid plate or any large aluminum panel, aluminum gas tank, even things on like semi trucks. I know they have a lot of aluminum. That is a lot larger pad, and so you're gonna get a really good consistent shine on a larger surface with that. So these will work on pretty much any metal. I would say they're best on aluminum. You could also use them on steel, stainless steel, titanium, brass, copper. I probably won't use them on plastics because they're pretty abrasive unless you want your plastics looking dull. But yeah, they have a good wide variety of uses here.